The NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships on News Channel Nebraska are presented by Currency, Allo, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and by Midwest Bank.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena, semifinal Friday, and it's Class B semifinal number 2 as the three-time defending state champs Elkhorn North host Beatrice. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen with you. We just saw Omaha Skutt punch its ticket back to state and the championship for the third consecutive year. Will it be round 3, Andy, of Elkhorn North and Skutt? Very well could be, but not if Beatrice has something to say about it. So when you look at these two teams, Elkhorn North, 3 years in existence as a school, 3 state championships, trying to make it 4. Beatrice, they're coming off a victory over Norris where it was not chalk. This 6 seed taking down the 3 seed to get here in what was a very interesting game last night.
Yeah, it really speaks volumes of what Jalen Weeks, head coach of Beatrice, has got going on in Beatrice. Very short amount of time, able to build a culture, a winning culture where they can go to state, not worry about their seeding, play above it all, and get a win over a team like Norris. And it came down to the wire. That was a lot of fun to watch. And I guess you're telling me it's not the surprise of the tournament that Elkhorn North advanced out of the first round?
It's not. History is repeating itself thus far, where Elkhorn North is on its way to perhaps another 4th state championship. A big reason why, as we talk key players now, is Britt Prince, the now senior phenom, future Husker. She is continuing her great campaign, coming off a 33-point performance, Andy, averaging 27 on the year and also leading about every other statistical category.
And she makes it look so easy, averaging almost 30 points a game. She's a truth, scored all 3 levels. She got the mid-range jumper. She can hit threes from way downtown. And of course, she's probably one of the best finishers at the rim that I've ever seen in women's basketball.
We're going with a young gun for Beatrice. Elijah Stabler, know about her. She's just a freshman, but is leading Beatrice in scoring with 17 points a game. She is a big reason why the Lady Orange are having a lot of success along with some of their senior leaders.
And they knew about Stabler for a couple years coming because she had such a great AAU circuit as a middle schooler, down there in Beatrice. And that really speaks volumes that she's the leading scorer on a team that has a lot of seniors that we're going to talk about a little more in Hadcliffe and Jurgens. And she's kind of paved the way, set the tone offensively for this Beatrice team.
Interesting matchup between Elkhorn North and Beatrice. They've only met one other time. That was a couple of years ago in 2021, but both coaches remember it well. Michael Shively, the third member of our broadcast team, tells us more.
These two teams, while in Class B, are not common opponents. They've only played one time ever back on December 18th of 2021. It was a 41-25 victory for the Wolves over the Lady Orange, but Beatrice did have some positives to take away from that game. They held Britt Prince to just 9 points, her lowest scoring total of that entire season. I asked Coach Ann Prince if she remembered that game, and the Elkhorn North head coach said, oh yeah, absolutely remembered it. Her entire team was sick the night before. They were like walking zombies. In addition to that, she said Beatrice played an inverted triangle defense, which is like the triangle in 2, but 2 defenders at the top of that zone. She said her team had never really faced a defense like that with 2 players, with 1 player each on Prince and Murphy. Now they face that defense all the time. So that's the last time those teams met up. A win for Elkhorn North. As far as what they're seeing here today, Coach Jalen Weeks says you must have somebody on Prince all the time, and you must be focused and locked in if you're going to slow her down. For Coach Prince, she says, well, there's a lot of shooters on this Beatrice team. They have to make sure they close out hard and prevent the kick-out threes. And talking to Coach Weeks, an emotional win in that quarterfinal victory over their rival Norris. He says it didn't feel like they won the state championship there. They have bigger goals than beating their rival, and they're hoping they can get to that state championship game today. Stay with us. We have starting lineups and tip-off coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
And welcome back. We're about a minute from starting lineups. Let's take a look at our school spotlights. Brought to you by Currency, which makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. First off, for Beatrice, as a girls program, they've never won a state title, but 4 runners-up most recently in 2020. They are 1 win away from making that final once more, and well-documented history for Elkhorn North. A perfect 3 for 3 in the 3 years of existence. 3 years with Britt Prince. And will it be a perfect 4 for 4 and a 4-peat? Then Elkhorn North Wolves are hoping that's the case.
Yeah, you want to talk about the perfect storm. Head coach Ann Prince moves in, takes that head coaching job. Her daughter was a freshman, and it's been nothing but a lot of victories for Elkhorn North early on.
Here is a look at the updated Class B bracket. Omaha Scott, the top seed. It's been Scott, Elkhorn North, each of the past 2 years in the final. Beatrice is going to see if it can snap that streak and be one of very few to actually defeat this Elkhorn North team. Andy, a ridiculous stat. This group of seniors for Elkhorn North, not only are they trying to get a 4-peat, but their official record is, as I'm trying to find, about 95-5 in terms of wins and losses over this 4-year span.
So wild, and I think the majority of those losses came in year 1. Dropped only 1 game this season to Waverly, kind of a one-off. That's our only loss this season, and they're the 2 seed. That is how stacked and top-heavy Class B is this season.
So non-starters currently being announced. You look at Beatrice and what they've done this season. Sitting at 20-5 entering today.
Yeah, and that was a big win for them a day ago against Norris, because they had recently lost to them about 8 or 9 days ago. 62-45. They avenged that loss on the biggest of all stages. Came down to a last-second shot, but the Lady Orange prevailed. Huge win and a boost heading into this one.
To your point, they were 16-1 to start the year. Only loss coming to Minden, which was a state tournament team in Class C1. They won the Trailblazer Conference before that loss to Norris that you referenced. And then they ran into some adversity. Lost to Norris, win over Wahoo, lost to Lincoln Christian.
Yeah.
Couple of wins against Northwest Plattsmouth. We saw them at Waverly for that loss at Waverly, which is also where Elkhorn North lost. They lost to Norris again, so twice to Norris, including the districts, before getting them in state and avenging that. So adversity later in the season for Beatrice, but they're a team that knows how to handle adversity, deal with it, and perhaps rise above it.
And you can point a lot of that back to Jalen Weeks and what he's been able to do there.
So here is your starting 5 for the Lady Orange. We mentioned Elijah Stabler, the freshman, coming in averaging 17 a game. You have Addie Hatcliffe, not far behind the senior leader, who's putting up 15 a contest. Yeah, round out the starting 5, Kiera Busboom, Callie Schwiezo, and Ellie Jurgens, adding some height and more senior leadership, averaging 8 and 5 a contest.
Yeah, I mean, kind of funny that we highlighted a freshman when you have so many seniors and varsity minutes underneath the belt of the other 4 players there, and they've been playing at a very high level these last 3 or 4 years. Have the Lady Orange.
As for Elkhorn North, mentioned they're 23-1, only loss of the season at Waverly, led by a senior, Britt Prince, who we touched on, but there are other key components as well. Britt Prince, Reese Booth in the starting lineup as well. You have Reagan Palmer, who's averaging 5 a game, Sydney Stodden putting up 7 a contest, and McKenna Murphy. She's quietly averaging 20 and 6.
Yeah.
You know, behind Britt Prince, but you have those two that are a majority of the firepower, along with a great supporting cast, and it's a recipe for a team that's very tough to stop.
You know, last time we got to be on the call for an Elkhorn North game, that's who I came away most impressed with was McKenna Murphy and her ability to really do it all. She was knocking down shots from the 17-foot mark time and time again. She had a really nice dribble drive, comfortable with the spin move, could play with her back to the basket. I mean, just a complete offensive weapon on all three levels, and quite the compliment, obviously, to Britt Prince.
Glad that you're with us. Class B semifinal basketball here at Pinnacle Bank Arena on News Channel Nebraska. Beatrice and Elkhorn North playing for a trip to the state championship to see who gets top seeded. Omaha Skutt. Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen, and Michael Shively with you for this afternoon's contest.
Jersey night theme here for the Beatrice student section. Like those Space Jam jerseys in the front row there.
And then blackout for Elkhorn North.
Oh boy. Now they're going with the blackout, but okay. The team's wearing the home whites here, Brandon.
They didn't, well maybe they did get the memo, but maybe we're guessing they didn't, and that's okay because they're still cheering on their team. And we have a great atmosphere here as tip-off takes place and goes to Elkhorn North to get this second Class B semifinal underway. And again, the key will be how to slow down Britt Prince. You can guarantee, as Sydney Stodden knocks down the jumper, that Jalen Weeks was up late and early morning hours tonight, figuring out and trying to discover how is the best way to go about slowing down Britt Prince.
Well,
Not that every other coach has tried that as well.
Right. There are some players that are just going to get theirs. Maybe the key is limiting the other four on the court.
That shot from Stabler off the mark. Prince pushing tempo.
Fearless drive, though. You still like that. The freshman able to get to the rack.
And she finds Reagan Palmer. So you have Stodden and Palmer already with baskets.
Prince, beautiful, beautiful feed underneath.
Stabler decides to pull the trigger. Answering back for the Lady Orange.
That's a big one. That's a big statement. Stabler taking the first two shots here for Beatrice. Both of them looking good. Obvious the three, nothing but bottoms.
In a deflection, Stabler taking on Prince, freshman versus senior. And Prince's presence altered her shot.
Had a 3-on-1 there. Still couldn't come away with a good look. Schwezo gets the assignment of trying to stop Britt Prince.
Offensive board for Stodden. And basket drops there for Murphy. Again, if you're Beatrice and Coach Weeks, you know that you can't afford to give many second chance opportunities to the Wolves. Inside to Busby, kick out to Hatcliffe. Off the glass, they all count.
A big grin there from Hatcliffe. No, she might have been off the mark just a bit, but they count all the same.
Prince finding Stodden. Another offensive board. This time it's Booth. But Beatrice is able to come away with it.
Active freshman taking one away.
Oh, Busboom with it. Heavy on the shot, 6-6, 3 minutes in.
I think if you're a Beatrice fan, you still like that from Busboom, getting the board and then attacking the rim. Because this entire squad from Beatrice, they're going to have to be in attack mode throughout.
Reach called on Hatcliffe. Prince step back. There's another offensive board, and Booth gets the 2.
Couple of rebounds now for Reese Booth. It's paid off for the easy putback after that one.
Booth on Stabler, who crosses her over.
No.
That looked like it was going down, but
My
popped out.
Goodness, you saw that crossover. Filthy.
Baseline jumper, nothing but net for Stodden.
Elkhorn North taking full advantage of that mid-range jumper, whether it's from the baseline, up on the elbow. Multiple shooters knocking it down right now.
Stabler again off the mark. And Prince just distributing, playing quarterback as Stodden now has 6.
Just draws so much attention to her from the defense. She's opening up some really nice, easy looks for her teammates.
Full timeout, Beatrice will take one as well. Elkhorn North leading 12-6. Britt Prince hasn't even scored yet, but that's not an issue for the Wolves. We'll be back.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Welcome back. 3:41 left to go in our first quarter, which is brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. John Henry's, our first quarter sponsor here on News Channel Nebraska. Again, Andy mentioned it as we were going to break. 4 scorers so far on the score sheet for Elkhorn North.
Yeah.
The one who isn't, Britt Prince, and you're still sitting up 6 right now.
What were the odds on that?
I would say not high, which is probably something that Coach Weeks called the timeout to discuss. And
wow.
A great move by Stabler, but you can see what they're trying to do is double team Prince, and Prince is so good she's just finding the open teammate.
Yeah, doing a really nice job being unselfish with the basketball, distributing, getting other players involved. And on the other end, love what Beatrice is doing. You're hard-pressed to get Elkhorn North out of that man-to-man. So what are they doing? They're spreading them out and letting Stabler just create kind of in that isolation style of play. It's working thus far for Beatrice.
Good look at the Orangemen there. That's one of the more unique mascots across the state of Nebraska.
Yes, it is. Is that kind of a knight look to him?
Prince feeding it inside, and Stabler gets her hands in there. Jump ball, possession arrow Beatrice.
Stabler was playing in between, playing help defense the entire way. Kind of drifted down and got her hands on the ball. Once again, being active defensively. Uh-oh.
Prince with the steal. And now she's officially on the score sheet.
Said that in the pregame. You know, there's some players that are just going to get theirs regardless, no matter what you try to do. Excellent anticipation on the defensive end from Britt Prince.
7 on the shot clock. Now 5. Stabler kicks and it's blocked. Shot clock violation.
Stodden has had such a strong start to this game. Offensively, knocked down a really nice mid-range jumper on the baseline. That time understanding the shot clock, didn't leave her man in the corner for a wide open 3. Was actually drifting out there as time was expiring.
Corner 3 just short. That was thrown up by Brett. Nearing the 92nd mark in quarter number 1. 6-point advantage for the 3-time defending state champs. There's Prince again, jumping the passing lane, and another easy lay-in.
Yeah, she's been eyeing that the entire way. Beatrice typically does such a nice job working that motion offense, just trying to work it back and forth, but even the handoff little passes are coming kind of a little more difficulty than usual.
Foul called on Booth there for the reach.
I think it has something to do with, well, what's she mad about? I mean, come on. Got an 8-point lead right now.
His mom not letting her have the pom-pom doesn't get a... That's a big deal.
Yes, it is. You know. Well, I'm not going to argue.
16-8. Now the score after a couple of Prince lay-ins. Shot is altered there. That was Huff with the active hands. Stabler grabs the rebound. But Stabler unable to dial it in from deep. Prince thought about it. Elkhorn North looks like they'll be content to take the final shot of the quarter.
Young Hatcliffe trying to get in the face of Prince.
3 seconds remaining. And this won't count even if it does go. 1 quarter gone. Elkhorn North 16 and Beatrice 8. Live here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Stay with us. Second quarter coming up next. You're watching the Class B state semifinals on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy. Getting you back in the game.
It's one of the most high-profile recruitments in recruiting history in the state of Nebraska. Britt Prince received her first major college offers before she ever played a minute of high school basketball. In all, she collected 35 offers. She narrowed it down to 11 finalists in September. Before that, her mom, Ann Prince, says they went on 6 college visits before state last year, 7 college visits after the state tournament. She ended up selecting the University of Nebraska. She broke the news to head coach Amy Williams in this building in the Huskers locker room. Coach Williams says she may or may not have cried during that. It came down to feeling like home for Prince and her mom, saying she grew up around the Williams family, trusts them, believes she can elevate the Huskers program, and sees an opportunity to play right away because of some graduating guards. As far as what Coach Amy Williams likes about Britt Prince, she says the number one thing, she is a winner. Guys?
Thank you, Michael, and not an overstatement to say one of the biggest recruiting things ever to happen to the Nebraska program. And fun little tie into that, Coach Williams, she has a daughter, Kennedy Williams, who we'll be seeing later tonight. That's going to be a Husker as well.
Heck of a play there from Hatcliffe, sticking with the play, little steal, lay in. But you're exactly right. How much fun is it at the University of Nebraska, the type of recruits we got coming in for the women's basketball team, men's basketball team, men's football team. Highly ranked recruits, 4, 5 stars, and a lot of in-state flavor to go along with that. None better than Britt Prince and, of course, Miss Williams, who we're going to see a little later on.
Mentioned the basket by Hatcliffe, gets it back to 8. As we're 1 minute in here to the second quarter, 18-10. Your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard is Stabler. His jumper doesn't go. Rebound grabbed by Palmer. And Palmer's shot is off. Another offensive board. Back out to Prince. Booth with the board, and despite a couple of second and third chance opportunities, Elkhorn North comes away with nothing on that possession.
Booth does such a nice job, just kind of sliding in there and getting position for those rebounds.
Ten seconds on the shot clock. Foul is called. That'll be on Booth.
Pretty clean game so far. That's only the first foul this quarter, this period on either team.
Second on Booth. Had one in the first quarter, so she has to go to the bench for the time being. Stabler from downtown. Rare mistake there where Prince was just unable to handle the rebound.
She had her eyes up the court with that great vision, looking to see who she's going to find with that, cross-court pass, but you got to secure the rebound first. Excellent ball movement right now from the Lady Orange.
Inside to Busboom.
Oh.
Doesn't go.
Pretty good looking move. Excellent defense, though. It holds up once again for Elkhorn North.
Foul is called on the floor. It's on Busboom, which is her first.
Yeah, when Palmer gets the ball that close, to the rim, usually good things tend to happen for the Wolves.
Turnover forced by Beatrice. Prince gets it back. That's her third steal and another lay-in.
I mean, coming off a turnover, she didn't even think twice, just got right back into her defensive stance, took the ball back. Easy lay-in.
It'll be Elkhorn North basketball.
I still believe if you're a Beatrice fan, you like the aggressive nature you're seeing from Ellie Juergens, Gleason. Busboom's had a couple nice takes. They got to keep shooting. I know the shots aren't falling. That's what head coach Weeks is probably going to be telling his team. Keep being aggressive, taking the ball to the rim on offense.
So 20-10 your score. You're watching state tournament basketball on News Channel Nebraska, which is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Our coverage of state is also presented by Allo, which offers honest and hassle-free pricing, ditch unclear terms, hidden fees, and unreliable service. Switch today at allofiber.com.
Okay, kind of a critical part of the game, right? You're down double digits here. About half the quarter left. Can you close the gap or at least deny Elkhorn North to go on a run here to kind of pull away from you?
This is game 4 of 6 we're televising on semifinal Friday. Class A semifinals tonight. It'll be Lincoln North Star and Millard West at 6 o'clock, followed by Bell West at Lincoln Southwest at 7:45 as Beatrice forces a turnover. Getting a look at Ann Prince. Perfect record in terms of bringing home state titles in 3 years. She joined when the school became a program, and she's in her 4th year now, and you know, can't complain with being 95-5 during that time.
Yeah, you know, we're talking about that. That was a good hire for Elkhorn North, you know, 4 years ago. I think they
Not
think
bad.
They made it. Yeah, good choice.
And we mentioned Jalen Weeks in his 6th year. Well documented, a very renowned basketball coaching family, the Weeks, whose father's at Auburn, along with his brother Jackson, also at Auburn. He
Love
played
Jackson.
basketball at Doane.
Love Jackson. He's a fantastic coach as well. Always has time to talk to us. Friendly guy, gets out there and kind of lets you know what's going on. Really got to appreciate about Jackson and his entire family, and of course what they've been able to do coaching-wise.
Radcliffe unable to capitalize on that trip to the free throw line. Nearing the halfway point here in the second. And making that look easy. Stodden in double figures with 10.
You know, there's a number of things that separate Prince, you know, from so many other players, but that vision, her ability to just sit back, survey the playing field, and find the open shooter.
There's the three for Callie Schwiezo. Much needed for Beatrice.
That's a big one. She's one of those defensive specialists getting heated up here offensively. That's a welcome sign if you're a Beatrice fan.
Offensive board. Shot doesn't drop for Palmer. Stabler. Foul is called.
Yep, she's going to get the push foul.
And it's called on Kudlats. Here's another look courtesy of 5 Points Bank.
Oh, yeah, obvious body got into her. Love the effort defensively, but you kind of saw number 12 lean into Stabler there. And she went to go for that layup. Oh, no.
Another break for Beatrice off the miss. It's out of bounds off the Wolves.
And you don't see that too often. Stabler off the mark with her free throws. Hit a couple huge free throws in the last seconds of that game against Norris a couple days ago.
And a 3-point play opportunity here for Anna Gleason.
Boy, and she was fired up, and her teammates right along with her after she got this one to go. Playing through the double team. You saw the contact in the middle of your screen there on the 5 Points Bank instant replay. And okay, Brandon, we got a game.
5 points separating the two teams at the 3-minute mark here in the second quarter. Oh, Prince. Beatrice fans wanted travel. And that's going to be a reach on Gleason.
And the Beatrice fans are letting the officials know that they didn't agree with the no call a moment ago.
And there's a foul away from the ball.
Kind of felt like a makeup call there, but that's okay. That's why you got to have that crowd with that energy. Such an advantage.
Well, you know, Beatrice, very proud basketball community. Well attended.
That home crowd, the Ozone, boy, do they get rocking down there in Beatrice. Always fun when pulling to town.
Chance here to make this a one-possession game. Should the Lady Orange get a field goal with, there's now 10 seconds left on the shot clock, now down to 7. 3, 2, 1, and Prince blocks Hatcliffe.
That's just crazy good defense. I mean, he had one of the better scorers in Hatcliffe, and that was clearly all ball.
So now Prince slowing things down. What turns it over? Pass intercepted.
Hatcliffe with the anticipation, take away in the middle lane.
And there's Prince again, getting it from behind. Just sort of, it's like she's almost bored. Just sort of, how can I defend this?
Yeah.
Make it look like you beat me, and then I'll block you or get a hand in there.
Y'all saw that earlier, where a little bit of a turnover about the 15-foot line, and then Prince just backpedals and takes away the pass.
Hatcliffe now in the hands of Schwezo. Back to Stabler off the side of the backboard. Prince, she's going to push the issue. Pulls up, top of the key, off the mark, and a rare miss by Palmer, who had a wide open layup. And a foul then afterwards.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a frustration foul there, but yeah, you're not going to see Palmer miss too many of these. Just kind of short-armed it. Didn't get it high enough, up off the glass.
Well, we're nearing halftime. A reminder that you should stay tuned for our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations at Sartor Heyman Jewelers. As that first free throw by Gleason goes down.
Pretty shot from the foul line. Beautiful rotation on the ball. Caught the front end of the iron, just rolled it home through the net.
3-point game. And a travel is the call.
Hey, and credit the defense. I mean, they're willing to give up a foul there after that entry pass got in there, but actually tied the ball up so much so that it drew out a travel from Palmer. That's kind of a key going down the stretch here. Last minute to go. Beatrice is in the bonus with only 2 fouls committed themselves.
Gleason wide open for 3, just long.
Britt tracks down her 4th board. And she does everything.
And blocking foul is the call. Prince will shoot 2.
Get a good look at it here at the replay. Gleason might have been just a little too far underneath the rim, and yeah, kind of moving to her right a little bit there. Once again, the Beatrice fans, I don't know if they agree with the stripes out on the court.
7 points now for Prince. Back to a 5-point game.
Big offensive possession here. Okay.
And that is the second bank from downtown for Beatrice. This time it's Stabler.
She had a big old smile and gave a slap of the hands to Hatcliffe. They're both having a little chuckle there.
And out of bounds off Stabler there. She was jumping the passing lane.
Doesn't take long for the Wolves to get into attack mode, get the ball to the other side of the court, force you to play defense.
2-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Prince misses, put back by Kelsey Daubert.
That was a big offensive board for Daubert, and the putback, obviously.
Well, Stabler from way downtown is off the mark. Prince getting it up, and not off. It was not off in time. It remains 26-22, a 4-point affair here at halftime, but Beatrice hanging with the 3-time defending champs. Stay with us. Our halftime show is coming up next.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
I've had the opportunity to work with so many outstanding students and parents in my 37 years as a public school teacher. The two things I've noticed they all have in common: a love for their community and a pride in their school. I've seen that pride in my science students who become scientists, in parents who show up for every game and every parent-teacher conference, in former students who become community leaders. Nebraska public schools are indeed the heart of our communities.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
The Hatcliffe sisters, that's Addie and Kylie. They're a big reason why the Beatrice Lady Orange trail Elkhorn North by just 4 points at halftime. On average, they combined to score about 20 points a game. Two high-level players for Coach Jalen Weeks, Addie the senior, Kylie the freshman. But they're not the only Hatcliffe sisters. Mac, the older sister, she was a senior when Addie was a freshman. They played together, but that team didn't make the state tournament. Mac has gone on to have an exceptional college career at Doane University. She just wrapped up the season in the GPAC tournament, and in her final game of the year, scored 25 points. By doing so, she passed both the 2,000 career point mark and then set the career scoring record for Doane University. 2,013 career points. She passed Lindsay Anderson, who played from 2005 to 2009. And she did it in just 3 seasons, 88 games. She already has the school career scoring record and has a whole nother season left to play. Earlier, she set other records in her career. Her freshman year, she set the single season scoring record at Doane. And who did she surpass by doing so? Hannah Barnard, a fellow Beatrice alum. Next season, Hatcliffe hopes that she can have another good year, and she'll get to do it with her sister Addie. Addie has signed to play at Doane, so again they'll have that senior and freshman connection. The third time that two Hatcliffes have been on the same team as freshmen and seniors. Stick around, we have your halftime highlights coming up in the beginning of the third quarter here in the Class B semifinals on News Channel Nebraska.
One of my passions is always to help entrepreneurs, whether they're starting off right away or they've been in business for a long time. And for me, I believe that our community is the strongest when everyone chips in with their own expertise and passion, that's going to lift the tide and raise all boats. That's intentional. Intentional culture means a lot. I have the personal satisfaction of being there along the way.
And welcome back. Currently at halftime, 26-22. Andy, quite the game here between Beatrice and Elkhorn North. Your initial thoughts on what we saw in the first half?
Well, I think you got to be very encouraged. Obviously, if you're a Beatrice fan, talked about it the early stages of that first period where all five players are being very aggressive with the basketball, looking to create their own shot. Shots weren't falling for Beatrice earlier. That changed. They stuck with it, and they got within 4 here. So not too many teams can hang with Elkhorn North. Beatrice has done it for a half. Still find themselves down, though.
And I think, as mentioned, you would probably take that if you're Coach Weeks and a Beatrice fan. 4-point deficit to the 3-time defending champs at half. You're in striking distance, and you have a chance to make those adjustments and continue what you were doing and make this a game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Beatrice, had some banked three-pointers go in for them. And then on the flip side, Elkhorn North missed a couple layups that they don't typically miss. So you had some luck help you out in the first half. Can you overcome that and kind of help yourself once more here in the second?
Let's take a look at our halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they will help make your jewelry dreams come true. Things started off, Britt Prince didn't score until about halfway through the first quarter. She was distributing, finding her teammates, and they were making baskets. That's Reagan Palmer with a bucket in the first quarter. It was 16-8 after one, but Elijah Stabler, she was one of 2 Beatrice players to hit a 3 in that first period. She is leading Beatrice with 9 points. Then you have another one dropping off the glass. That time it's Addie Hatcliffe for 3. And Britt Prince, then she got going. This time shooting it, bouncing off the rebound, and Booth putting it back. But she still had 4 points in the first quarter, 4 points in the second. Stabler attacking the glass on this occasion.
Doesn't look like a freshman, does she? Get into the rack with a powerful move there with that left.
And there you saw Britt turn it over, then about half second later gets it back, makes up for it, steals and lays it in.
What a special talent. You talked about how she didn't score too much in the first quarter, but I think out of those first 6 possessions, she had like 4 assists. So just amazing how she was able to distribute and get her teammates involved.
Callie Schwiezo knocked one down from deep. Another 3 for Beatrice. And then Stabler, the second time off the glass for Beatrice. They'll take it, and that's where we sit, 26-22, heading into the second half. We're about 4 minutes through halftime until third quarter action. But again, we'll hear specifically what Coach Weeks is thinking and what Coach Prince is thinking, as Michael will be talking to both of them. If you had to guess,
How do you feel they're thinking?
Coach Prince is saying, girls, settle down. Yeah, I mean, we're executing our offense at a high level. We've just off the mark, missed a couple bunny shots. That's uncharacteristic of this Elkhorn North team. And then on the flip side, I think Jalen Weeks, head coach of Beatrice, is saying, stick with it. Stay aggressive. They're doing a phenomenal job defensively, just limiting. They have given up some offensive rebounds. That's maybe one place where Beatrice can clean up, and you can bet Coach Weeks probably pointed that out.
We're looking forward to more basketball shortly. 3.5 minutes until third quarter action. Class B semifinals, 4-point game. Elkhorn North 26, Beatrice 22 here on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Atlo's fiber internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags, we don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day, it doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. We have local service here. You need to go talk to somebody. They're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. And that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So I would not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good To Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good To Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good To Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Well, that's a fan favorite from Beatrice. Named Jurgens.
Cam Jurgens, currently in the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles. And wouldn't you know, we have a Jurgens, another Impact Jurgens athlete out on the court here this afternoon. And Ellie Jurgens having a fine first half.
Well, they'll see if the upset of what would be the last couple of years is on the docket. But as we get ready for second half action, let's go to Michael Shively for more.
Neither coach loved their side's performance in the first half. Head coach for Beatrice, Jalen Weeks, did really like his team's intensity on defense. Wasn't too happy with how his offense went out there. He says they need to attack more on offense in the second half. Also wants them to get the ball in the paint more frequently. A frustrated coach, Ann Prince, says the message to the team at halftime, stop turning the ball over and knocking it off yourself out of bounds. She also thinks they need to make their easy shots if they're going to hold on and win this game. Guys.
Well, we'll see what the next 16 minutes have in store. Beatrice has the ball to start. Pinnacle Bank Arena, semifinal Friday, Class B game number 2. Winner gets Omaha Skutt tomorrow.
Little ball coaches are always a little harder on the players than I am.
Never satisfied. As this big possession to start things could make this a one-possession affair. And Britt Prince has whistled for a foul.
That's a big call because we saw free throws coming into play in the latter half of that second quarter where Beatrice was into the bonus and Elkhorn North wasn't even close to getting to the bonus. Oh, and it's also a foul on Prince.
Stabler. Layup doesn't go. Rebound Prince, and she has a wide open teammate. And knocking it down like clockwork. Stodden now with 12 points.
Seen that a couple times now. Nice pass from Prince, finding Stodden, that little mid-range baseline jumper. Boy, when they're clicking, they just make it look so easy.
Another block by Prince. Again, you get by or you think you're safe, but
no,
clearly that's not the case.
Such a good job playing with patience there.
It's another steal.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, well, yeah, what else do you say there? Palmer with the easy lane.
Oh, my goodness. Playing with the anticipation on one end, jumping the passing lane, taking the coast to coast, little crossover, beautiful feed. Easy bucket for the Wolves. They're off and running.
So Schwiezo finds a wide open Hatcliffe. He's unable to capitalize off the front of the rim. 8-point lead now for Elkhorn North.
Right idea, go with the hot hand, right? Stodden coming off a ball screen, wide open look there on the baseline. That's a high percentage shot look for the Elkhorn North team. Oh, who are they going to get here? This is going to be a big call.
Looks like they give it to Palmer, which is her first.
Because both Palmer and Prince had their hands in there. I think they got it right, giving it to Palmer.
Back inside to Gleason, now Hatcliffe in the corner. Stodden, good defense.
Fantastic inside out, playing with patience here. Plenty of time on the clock.
Good look, just didn't fall for Gleason. Now Prince coming the other way. Murphy's shot is short.
Good straight up defense on the other end. Murphy's so versatile. Boy, she can play offense.
Stabler somehow gets that to drop.
Tough shot going off the side of the glass.
She now has 11.
And that was a big one, you know, kind of keeping them within striking distance.
Just for a second, as Prince answers right back.
Oh my goodness.
And this time Stabler splits the defense, but unable to capitalize. Back to Prince. An excellent move by Palmer.
Little ball fake there. Creates that separation. Nice little fadeaway look. Yeah, there's a couple ball players up and down the roster here for Elkhorn North.
Palmer called for another foul.
Yeah, we've seen this a couple of times now, kind of a critical point here where Beatrice really has to just hang on, stay within 10, stay within 9.
It's the younger Hatcliffe. Kylie kicks it out. Three is short from Juergens. And Booth gets the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, Booth is so good at establishing herself underneath the rim. Seen that a couple times now. Another just pinpoint accurate bounce pass from Britt Prince.
Beatrice forced to take a timeout. 36-24. We'll take one as well. You're watching State Basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust a better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Welcome back. Brandon Axmid, Andy Klassen, Michael Shively with you. State High School basketball on NCN is presented by Woodhouse Auto. Convenience delivered every time. It's also presented by Midwest Bank, which can make your personal and business banking rather easier with mobile banking. Log on to MidwestBank.com to find out more.
Like that, mobile banking, right? Convenience. We have a couple very mobile teams out on the court here. Both like to get out and run. I tell you what's been most impressive to me, Elkhorn North and their half-court offense, when they walk the ball up and the execution, the efficiency with it, it's a thing of beauty.
And it's currently a 10-2 run, making it an 11-2 run for Elkhorn North in this third quarter. Was a 4-point game at halftime, but since Beatrice only with 2 points.
Well, this is part of that first half where they'd get down and bank in a 3.
Or in this case, bank in a 2.
Ah, nice move from Ellie Juergens. Spinning back across the lane. That was a difficult look.
And Prince earns herself a trip to the line, dribbling through all sorts of defenders.
I think she only got through 4 defenders that time.
Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. We'll call it 4.
Hadcliffe with the late contact, but had she not gone over there with the help defense, I think that would have been an easy lay-in for Prince. And missed the front of that free throw. So if you're a Beatrice fan, you could say, well, good foul.
$11 points now for Britt Prince. 12-point lead for Elkhorn North. Hadcliffe cuts it back to 9.
Big, that was a big 3 at a big moment. You can't let these Wolves get out and run and create too much separation on the scoreboard.
Murphy's shot is off. Hadcliffe unable to handle the rebound.
Oh, you heard that whistle. I thought Hadcliffe might have drew a pushing call there.
Coach Weeks was wanting one, but isn't going to get it. We'll see. 3-pointer dropping for Hadcliffe on that 5 Points Bank instant replay. Booth with the contact, gets it to drop.
Plays through it, great concentration. I like that, not looking to the official for the call.
That's a foul that will send Juergens to the charity stripe.
This is exactly what you want to see, okay? If you're a fan of the Lady Orange, you have your seniors Juergens and Hadcliffe answering the bell right now, taking control offensively here when they're in a little bit of trouble, right? Getting down by 11, 12 points. It's the seniors stepping up and keeping them, within striking distance.
That foul was issued to Prince, so that's now 2 on Britt.
Great help defense initially from Stabler.
Hatcliffe gets around Booth and is fouled.
That was a nice offensive flow to it, didn't it? Felt like Beatrice was able to get into a little bit of a rhythm. Obvious foul call, but you had Gleason on the other side cleaning that one up.
It's the third on Palmer.
All right, so Lady Orange pull within 8. Opportunity to get within 7 here.
Under 90 seconds to go in the third. 33-40, your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. That's a second personal foul on Schwiezo.
Yeah, not an easy task trying to keep up with Prince defensively.
Murphy's shot is off an offensive board, but stolen away. In transition, the basket drops.
I don't know how she got that one to go, but it went through.
2 points for Schwiezo, 5-point game. Prince is fouled.
And you saw that determination, just sheer determination to go coast to coast, get one up on the rim.
$12 points for Prince. Glad you're with us for Class B semifinals on News Channel Nebraska. Elkhorn North, the 3-time defending champs, now up by 7 late in the third. Open three.
Wow.
It goes for Gleason.
That was a big one. Excellent setup there from Stabler. Just kind of drifting to the right. Was looking for that top of the key three the whole way. Gleason knocking it down.
Beatrice refusing to go away. We're exactly where we started the third. A 4-point lead for Elkhorn North.
Whoa.
Prince
Tough.
makes it 6.
Tough shot, Brandon. I mean, she was elevated in the air, drifting to her left. Still nothing but nylon on the shot. What a talent.
Stabler gives it a go. It's long. And that sends us to the fourth. Elkhorn North up by 6. 44-38 Beatrice. Not going away. Big 3 by Gleason keeps it close. We'll be back here on NCN.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Fourth quarter here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Beatrice hanging around, sticking with the three-time defending champs.
And I'll tell you what, the ladies from Beatrice kind of had their own little huddle coming out of the break as another beautiful baseline jumper for Elkhorn North, that time courtesy of Stodden once again. But they're all very loose, joking around, big smiles on their faces. I think that type of an attitude heading into the fourth period of a game like this could serve them very well.
Sydney Stodden, 14 points, doubling her normal point per game average. She's been knocking down those mid-range jumpers all afternoon. Stabler answers right back.
Maneuvering her way through the defense. Never gave up her dribble. And you speak to Stoddard with already 14 points. I've been telling you, Brandon, all season, there's a number of players up and down this roster.
Well, Britt Prince, she's starting to do what she's done for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Showcasing why just about every Division I power in the country wanted her. Knocking down another amazing shot.
Yeah, just, you know, Tennessee, UConn, Iowa, Nebraska, Creighton. Yeah, you know.
Going to be playing here next year, wearing the scarlet and cream, but she's hoping not before she makes it a perfect 4 for 4 in her high school career with state titles. Needs to get past Beatrice here, who is not making it easy for her.
No, they're not. You saw Booth there with the body. Obvious foul call. Good whistle.
There's the younger Hatcliffe. Layup doesn't fall for Kylie. Offensive board, Beatrice. Addie's three is blocked. Beatrice still has it. That three is in and out.
Felt like Elkhorn North kind of got away with one there.
Prince's shot comes up a little bit short. It's out off Elkhorn North.
And I don't mean they got away with the foul or anything like that, Brandon. It's just that Beatrice had a really nice flow to that offensive possession that got the offensive board and found a wide open shooter just off the mark. In and out was Hatcliffe with the three.
Stabler unable to get that to fall. Prince coming the other way.
Prince starting to heat up offensively, working on that double-double. I have her with 8 rebounds.
Foul away from the ball.
I think they're going to say Palmer is getting a little too physical, shoving underneath, trying to get position.
Well, this fourth quarter is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. 5:15 to go. 8-point lead for Elkhorn North. Stabler, that's the shot she wants. Rebound Prince.
Great job by Elkhorn North packing it in and allowing nothing but a deep three that possession. There's just so many things that they do so well that defense gets overlooked sometimes.
Booth keeps it in. Stodden off the mark. Palmer stepped out of play.
Beatrice fans once again got a little loud there. You saw that arm extend out for Prince early in the possession. Booth tracking down that loose rebound, kind of appeared like she might have left her foot. Saving the ball out of bounds. Great effort.
Gleason was a good look, but not going down for her, and Booth running the floor the other way. It's now a 10-point affair.
That's a tough task. When Prince comes down with that rebound, she's got her eyes up. She's surveying the entire court. Great job advancing the ball behind the defense.
Hatcliffe dribbled past several defenders and has fouled. 2 shots coming up.
You know, I think if you're the casual fan, basketball fan watching this game, you're thinking, tip your cap to Beatrice. They are relentless in attacking the rim. They're not the biggest team. They're not the fastest. I wouldn't even say the most athletic, right? When you're going up against the likes of Elkhorn North here across the board. But they are getting after it, and they're not getting out of their offense. And they're getting some pretty darn good looks attacking the rim.
So Hatcliffe hits one. Full timeout called by Beatrice. It's a 9-point lead, 50-41 here at PBA. Stay with us. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
Zollner Ford and Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford and Beatrice, sales and service with a smile.
My name is Jared. I've experienced a great deal of sin in my life. Alcohol, drugs, tobacco, sexual immorality, and much more. I was letting the devil control my life with the fantasy that these things would make me happy. All it did was make me feel empty inside. I was going nowhere and felt deceived. My heart was torn into a million pieces. At that point, I reached out to God. My life was changed. Yours can be too.
Nine-point game, 3:46 to go. Brandon Axmith, Andy Klassen, Michael Shively with you. We have a dueling student section chant currently going, which we always enjoy.
A lot of fun. Speaks to the energy we're talking about from the tip up to this point. Both crowds are excellent.
Stodden again.
She has been huge all afternoon long offensively here for the Wolves.
And Murphy, who's typically that second fiddle, averaging 20 a game, she's been held to 2, which is a credit to Beatrice, but Stodden has stepped up in that absence and has been a big reason why Elkhorn North has this 11-point lead.
Stodden also doing work on the other end. That was her 7th board she just ripped down.
And Prince's shot falls short. But Beatrice running out of time here, under 3 to go. Need to start scoring and doing it quickly.
There's that aggressiveness once again from Juergens. Get a look at head coach Ann Prince. But this is where this dribble drive and this motion offense, where they're always attacking the right or left side of the lane, as you just saw right there, could really serve Beatrice well. They got to conserve some clock and close this gap. How do you do that? Score from the foul line. Pulling it back within 10 after that, making the front end.
Juergens knocks them both down. A reminder that state basketball is presented by Currency as well as Allo, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and Midwest Bank. Glad you're with us. This is game 4 of 6 here on News Channel Nebraska for semifinal Friday. Class A coming up in the final 2 games of the evening. That's been Stodden's spot. This time she misses.
It's a soft spot in the defense that they have set up so much. Help is set up to kind of shadow Prince.
And it drops. Three-pointer for Juergens. Back to a 6-point game, 2 minutes to go. Beatrice refusing to go away. Prince. Offensive board, Murphy. And she's fouled.
Prince comes off 2 ball screens, 30-plus feet away from the hoop, still gets a free look, nearly goes down. The young lady you were just talking about, Murphy, getting herself involved through the offensive board.
Another look courtesy of 5 Points Bank. Gleason checks back in for Beatrice, as well as Kylie Hatcliffe.
I mean, not only did Prince go through 2 ball screens, when she came off that, she had 2 defenders closing out on her as well. So much attention has been given to number 2, wearing the white and baby blue.
This time Gleason lets it fly. Her second triple today. 4-point game, 1:27 to go. Oh my.
It's been the decisiveness, Brandon, that Beatrice has been playing with really all afternoon long on the offensive end. Gleason didn't even think twice. She had the space. She had an open look, a good look, top of the key 3. Rattles it in once again. Yeah, just great job sharing the basketball. Late on the closeout was the defense, and Gleason with a quick trigger. That's key, Brandon. No hesitation there, not allowing the defender to get there. Just the aggressive nature that Beatrice has played with offensively has really kept them in this one. Closing the gap back within 4 with just under 90 seconds to go.
Well, we hope you're enjoying our coverage here on NCN. Great game between Elkhorn North and Beatrice. We're just under 90 seconds. Elkhorn North, the 3-time defending champs, as Addie Hatcliffe is called for the push. Again, it's going to be a free throw shooting contest from here on out.
I think Coach Weeks wants to take his odds, at the foul line. Try to extend this game. Where have we seen that before?
It's tough to remember.
A couple times down here at State.
So now Beatrice in a spot where the next foul would be free throws, but they don't want to foul Prince.
Schwezo so good moving her feet. That's why she drew this assignment.
The dribble's picked up and right back to her. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
He kind of felt like it bailed her out, right? He played such good defense. The entire possession, then you get it under 10. Ball was 34, 35 feet away from the rim.
So 2 shots here for Prince.
Yeah, and if you're a Beatrice fan, you're thinking, well, if you're going to foul Prince anyway, do that with 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Much easier said, from where we're at compared to being on the court.
19 points for Prince, 6-point lead for Elkhorn North. Stabler finds a lane and Prince denies her.
My goodness.
About the 4th or 5th block.
Yeah, blocks, assists. All ball.
Addie Hatcliffe short. And now Beatrice is in trouble. Free throws coming up for Murphy.
Murphy, a more than capable free throw shooter. Shoots at a
4 points now for Murphy. 7-point lead. Beatrice has given it everything that they had.
Got to happen in a hurry here.
Booth with the block.
Huge defensive play. Then smart on Prince, backing it out, draining some clock.
And it looks like at this point Elkhorn North is going to be heading to the state title for the 4th year with a chance to four-peat.
So impressive what they've been able to do. You know, and I think you could point out a lot of little different things where Elkhorn North, you know, didn't have their best game, but here they are at the end of the game, pulling away.
Have to commend Beatrice for everything they did here tonight. Giving Elkhorn North all they could handle, as that steal will allow Elkhorn North to dribble it out. They are heading back to the state championship game and have a chance to four-peat. It will be round 3 between Elkhorn North and Omaha Skutt for the Class B title. Amazing effort by Beatrice. They fall 10 points short, but have a great season. Stay with us here on NCN. We'll hear from Ann Prince and our player of the game as a part of our post-game show.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
This is Amy from Magnolia's Home Decor and Design in downtown Norfolk.
And I'm Kate. Let's welcome in spring.
If you're ready for vibrant colors, silk florals that are remarkably real, and a new look for inspiring your space, come visit us at Magnolia's.
From spring to everyday designs for your home, we've been busy creating looks that will make your home warm and inviting for your friends and family.
Watch us live on Facebook 6 days a week. Stop in and see us in downtown Norfolk or visit us online at shopmagnoliasonline.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more. gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we. Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Elkhorn North head coach Ann Prince is with me. Congratulations, coach. This was a challenging one. What made the difference in the end for your team?
Yeah, I mean, we came through in the end. Our defense held, and, you know, we made just enough baskets and got the free throw line there a little bit at the end. But, yeah, Sydney Stodden played a big game for us, stepped up, hit the open shots. They were kind of leaving her open, and she took advantage of that. So I'm really proud of the girls and their perseverance, because it was a battle, and it wasn't our best game. But I'm proud of their effort.
Well, Britt's offense gets so much attention, but today, steals and blocks got it done for her. How has that side of her game grown?
Yeah, I think her defensive, game has grown, and she's long and lanky, so she can get her hands on some things and cause some problems that way. And, you're just going to do whatever it takes, and you just got to keep working on growing your game on both sides of the ball.
Well, 4 years have gotten to this point. Is it going to sink in? Tomorrow's the last time around.
Right. I mean, yeah, if you would have told me this, 4 years ago, I wouldn't have believed it. To make the state championship 4 years in a row, it's super special, and it's really hard to do. Some people have no idea how hard it is to do, but I'm so proud of our team. I'm so proud of Britt and all they've accomplished. We just have a great group of girls. They work really, really hard. They buy in to the process and play team basketball.
And, of course, it's against Scott.
Of course. 3 years in a row, right? Might as well.
Well, thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Now we'll bring in Britt Prince. She's our player of the game. Another fantastic performance for the Huskers signee. And Britt, this defense today, you were a block machine out there. What did you see from that side of the basketball?
Just kind of trying to do whatever I can to help my team. And, I don't know. There was just some drives they had down to the rim, and I was kind of there and helped, so it was kind of just good timing there for me to get the block.
You were a freshman, and there were no seniors in the entire school. Now you're a senior, and there's 5 seniors on your team. What's this journey been like to get to this moment where it all culminates tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, it means a lot. I mean, us seniors, we've been here, and we know what it takes, and it takes hard work, and it's not going to be easy at all tomorrow. We're going to have to come ready to play, but we'll be excited, and we'll be ready.
Now that you've signed to be a Husker, does it mean more to do this on this court?
I think it's just super cool and a bonus to be able to play here. I love this gym. Obviously, it's been good to me so far, so hope to keep that going.
Scott's the opponent. It's a storied history with them. What's it going to take to beat the Skyhawks?
They're a very good team. They've been playing really good, and we're going to have to play really well defensively and rebound, because I know they rebound really well, and get some stops.
Congrats, Britt.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Michael, and congratulations to Britt Prince. Great effort by her, as usual, 21 points, but again, Ann Prince made sure to mention Sydney Stodden stepping up with 16 of her own and really helping Elkhorn North in the victory, where they return and have a chance for the four-peat against Scott tomorrow in the Class B state championship.
Wow. I mean, forget back-to-back, forget the three-peat, the little rhyme. We're talking four-peat here for for Elkhorn North, and they've only been around for 4 years. So pretty good thing head coach Ann Prince has got going on over there in North Elkhorn.
Well, let's take a look at our top plays and see all of the action from this great contest. The top plays are presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Class B semifinal number 2 on Friday afternoon. Winner will face top-seeded Omaha Skutt on Saturday. Britt Prince was doing it all early, showcasing her passing ability, this time finding Reagan Palmer. She had 6 on the afternoon. How about the freshman phenom for Beatrice, Elijah Stabler, dialing it up from downtown. 12-6 at this point. You saw the three-point shot. Stabler this time gets to the rack still in the first quarter. It would be 16-8, Elkhorn North after 1. Now Britt Prince turned it over, then she quickly steals it back and then lays it in. She had about 3 steals and 3 breakaway layups in that first half. 26-22 at this point, now 28-22. It would actually be 26-22 at halftime, but Beatrice refused to go away. This 3 hit and knocked down by Anna Gleason, who had 11 points off the bench. It was 44-38 heading into the fourth, and Sydney Stodden, who normally averages 7 points a game, she had 16 on the afternoon, was a huge reason why Elkhorn North was able to stave off Beatrice's rally attempt time and time again. Britt Prince finished with 21 and 10 rebounds. Beatrice, to their effort, they didn't go away. Gleason hit another 3. They cut it to 4 in the fourth, but ultimately Elkhorn North was able to pull away late and get the victory 59-49. Their bid for 4 straight state titles is still alive as they will face Omaha Skutt in the final for the 3rd consecutive year on Saturday. Running down our scoring totals, well, but before we run down the scoring totals, here is the official updated bracket. 1 versus 2, and again, it will be round 3 between these two programs, Elkhorn North and Skutt, in the final. Elkhorn North trying to win 4 in a row. Britt Prince trying to make it a perfect 4 state titles in her 4 years at Elkhorn North. The scoring totals for today's game: Reese Booth for Elkhorn North with 9. Britt Prince leads the way with 21. Palmer adds 6. Sydney Stodden with 16. McKenna Murphy with 4. And Daubert with 2 off the bench for the Wolves. On the Beatrice side, Elijah Stabler with 13. Addie Hatcliffe 11. Callie Schwieza with 5. Ellie Juergens added 9. And Anna Gleason with 11 big ones off the bench. It just wasn't enough for the Lady Orange as their season comes to an end, but have to be proud about how they played with Elkhorn North in this one. That will do it for our coverage here of the afternoon session of the Class B state semifinals here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. We have 2 more games coming up for you tonight. It's Class A. Millard West, the 1 seed, taking on Lincoln North Star. We will be live for pregame at 5:45. And the last game of the night, Lincoln Southwest taking on Bellevue West. That game starts at roughly 7:45 Central Time. For now, we'll sign off and go back to regular programming on NCN. A special thanks, as always, to our terrific crew, Connor Luby, producer-director, as well as Danny Alvarado in the truck. For Andy Klassen and Michael Shively, I'm Brandon Axemit. Be right back here in an hour, and we'll be back live from Pinnacle Bank Arena for Class A semifinals. We'll see you soon. Welcome to the 1890 Initiative headquarters at 11th and Q in downtown Lincoln. Brandon Axemit with you on News Channel Nebraska as we are joined by Husker standout Merritt Beeson of the volleyball team, talking all things NIL. And Merritt, first off, NIL is new, and I think a lot of people maybe think that these athletes and student athletes are just handed over a big sum of money and they're on their way. But that's not how it works. And the 1890 Initiative specifically has something called fulfillment, where athletes go out into the community and they earn this money. Can you talk more about how that works and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's almost like a job in a way. Like we do things to get paid. Obviously, that's what NIL is. You have to be doing something. You just can't sit here and hand me, here's X amount of money. I have to do something to earn it. And so for us, fulfillment can look very different. Like I described, maybe it's, we're going to go play with a few kids. You know, we're going to talk to these people. We're going to show up to this event and we're going to promote this event, whatever it may be. Maybe we're hosting a volleyball camp like we will be soon. You know, there's so many different things that we're able to do, and most of these opportunities do allow us to give back. So it isn't just they're just handing us a big lump of money. You know, we're obviously doing things to earn that and to kind of give back to the community in a way while earning that as well.
Now, you mentioned those community opportunities that you have, and some people may be not quite sure how that works. So you have the 1890 initiative, and that's really the vehicle that connects those dots for athletes.
So 1890 kind of connects us back with the community. They're finding opportunities to plug us back into the community and allowing us to give back to the community. So maybe a business comes to 1890 and is like, hey, I want the volleyball team to come here, and they can kind of reach out to us and be the navigator between businesses and us. And then there's also a ton of opportunities for us to, hey, maybe it's just there's a group of kids that we're going to go play volleyball with, or there's a group of people at an elderly home that we're going to hop on a Zoom and we're going to talk about our volleyball experience. We're going to walk them through a day in our life. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a volleyball player at Nebraska. They just kind of help us connect back with the community. They allow us to give back and provide us with those opportunities.
Well, Merritt, thank you again so much for spending some time with us here on News Channel Nebraska as we are continuing to learn about NIL and educating our viewers across the state of this new landscape. I'm Brandon Axamit. We'll see you next time.